Hey folks, Philly Boy J back in the building after a 1-year hiatus. I miss you all so much. I miss you all so much. And I love y'all so much. But I'm back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you all how to make the best. I said the best. The best homemade turkey burgers in the whole wide world. The whole wide world. Don't nobody make homemade turkey burgers like me. Nobody. I thought this would be the best time to do a video on how to make homemade turkey burgers, because this is the time of year that people love to make them the most. You can cook them over the stove in a skillet. You can grill them. The bottom line is these burgers are off the chain. They are the obesity bomb. And the full recipe can be found on my website, PhillyJCooking.com. There you'll be able to print the recipe. You'll find the full list of ingredients, all the detailed instructions, and any additional information you need to know regarding the world's best homemade turkey burgers. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is talk about the ingredients that y'all are going to need. As you can see, there aren't many. You're going to need ground turkey. This is 85% lean, 15% fat. You're going to need a large size egg, liquid smoke. It's optional. I like to use it because it gives the burgers a grilled flavor. Original barbecue sauce, that's optional as well. If you don't like barbecue sauce, you can omit it from the recipe. Breadcrumbs, a bunch of seasonings. For the full list of seasonings, visit my website, PhillyJCooking.com. An onion, a green bell pepper, and some oil. I'm using, let me get the bottle because I forgot what kind of oil I'm using. I'm using extra virgin olive oil, but you can use like vegetable oil or whatever kind of oil you like to use. What I'm going to do first is chop up the onion and green bell pepper. All right. What I do first is remove the outer layer. Actually, that's not what I do first. What I do first is I chop off the ends. And make sure you chop off as little of the ends as possible. Then I remove the outer layer and this stuff here, that clear stuff. I chop my onion in half, turn it over on the flat side, slice it into thin pieces, just like that. This knife is not sharp at all. And then chop it into really small pieces. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to show y'all how I chop my green bell pepper. I'll chop it in half. I remove the interior, the seeds and light piece. Just like that. Rinse the seeds out. Slice it into thin pieces. Turn them, I guess, widthwise. And chop them up. Some will call this dicing. And that's pretty much it. That's how you chop up an onion and a green bell pepper. Alright folks, so I already have my ground turkey in this big mixing bowl. What we're going to do now is add in some of the ingredients. Okay, so we're going to add in the seasonings. We're going to add in the barbecue sauce. The liquid smoke. The egg. And the breadcrumbs. Now we're going to stir this until everything is well blended. Now we're going to add in the green peppers and onions and stir again. All right, folks. So I like medium-sized burgers, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape this ground turkey into medium-sized patties, and I'm going to do it with my hands. And with the amount of ground turkey that I have, I think that I can create 6 patties using this amount. There's a few important things that I forgot to mention. Whenever you're shaping ground meat, I don't care if you're making Salisbury steak, meatloaf, or burgers, make sure you don't overwork it, because you'll be left with a tough texture of meat. By the way, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm using ground turkey that is 85% lean and 15% fat. I think the fat give the burgers more flavor, so that's why I like to use 85% lean, 15% fat ground turkey. What we're going to do now is move over to the stove. Make sure you have a large size skillet and bring the extra virgin olive oil over to the stove with you. Alright? Alright, so we're going to place a large size skillet over medium heat. Make sure you have a nice size spatula. We're going to add in the olive oil and let it get nice and hot before adding in the turkey burgers. So let that preheat for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so I added the burgers to the skillet, and I'm just going to let them cook on each side until they're nice and brown. Once they're brown on one side, I flip them over. And if you're like me and you like medium to large size burgers, make sure you're using a big wide spatula so that it's easy to flip them. You might even need 2. I use 2 sometimes. This is how I flip them. Like that. Sometimes I use the side of the skillet. And if you flip your burger too soon, you may see that these 2 burgers here are kind of light in the center. You can always just flip them back over and continue browning them. And that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to flip this burger again. I don't want them to be too dark, but definitely darker than that. And don't press down on the burgers too hard because you will squeeze out all the juice. I'm going to add in the last 2 burgers. This one is nice and brown. These burgers are so juicy, as you can see. Look how juicy they are. Look at, look at that. Look at that. See that juice? See that juice? Y'all gotta go. Yep. These are it. Philly Boy J. Later.